Hello, now that Nightwing 89 is officially out, I've got a quick update for you about the candy pouch on Batman's utility belt. It turns out that this is a flashback to the very first time that Grayson and John met. Nightwing grabs a lollipop from Batman's utility belt to give to a tiny teary-eyed Superboy who we now know accidentally got lost while trying to fly by himself at night. But our newest information about the candy pouch actually comes from this dig that Grayson makes at Batman while handing over the lollipop. He says some sensible people have pointed out that he keeps his lollipops dangerously close to smoke bombs that are a similar shape and size, but he's pretty stubborn. So we now know that the lollipop pouch is located directly next to the smoke bomb pouch on the right hip of Batman's utility belt. We also learned that Batman doesn't take good advice from Grayson, but we already knew that. But most importantly, we get to see Grayson juggle. During this incredible dad bonding moment between Clark and Bruce, we learn that Superman has been called upon in the past to track down his fair share of Robins. Now, he doesn't specifically mention which Robins, but we do know that one of those Robins was Grayson, as we see in this issue of World's Finest number 271. Bruce also tells us that Alfred still checks in on him while he's sleeping to make sure that he's breathing. So Clark asks Bruce, do you ever stop worrying about your kids? And Bruce says, of course not. I'm always worried about my kids. But because of the nature of our work as heroes, I know that we can't always be there for our children. And so eventually you have to learn to trust your children, and you have to trust that they're going to be okay. And he uses Grayson as his example here. He says, I've made so many mistakes with him, but look at how wonderfully he's turned out. Yeah, Grayson is fantastic, but Bruce, you have other children. What about our last new piece of candy pouch information comes from this remark from Superman at the end of the flashback. He says, I'm not sure what worries me more, that you're going to accidentally offer a smoke bomb to a child, or that you're going to throw a lollipop at the Joker and try to vanish, to which Bruce promises, I'll move them to another pocket. Now, we don't know if them refers to the smoke bombs or the lollipops, but if it does refer to the lollipops, as we saw back in Batman Urban Legends number 3, this is a bold-faced lie. Those lollipops are in the exact same pocket. Thank you for joining me for another thrilling installment into the Batman Candy Pouch saga. I will try to leave links for the first 2 parts to this. And this was just very fun to make. I love little details like this in comics because I think they add so much nuance to the characters. And I promise to continue to only cover the most important pieces of comic book lore in my future videos. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again.